Welcome to the MetLife Halftime Report. Guarantees for the if in life. No if about Dan Mowdy's interview tonight. Lafayette won a national championship in the College Fed Challenge. In these economic times, they took on teams like Harvard. They knocked off Harvard to win this award. And it's all about economics. He's got Teevrat Garg over there, Dan Stefan, and Professor DeVault. So here is Dan Mowdy with a whole bunch of very intelligent people.
All right, Gary, we checked it out with Scott Morris, the Director of Athletic Communications here, and it was 1980, the last time a Lafayette athletic team won a national championship. That was the women's lacrosse team. So it's good to have a national championship back here on campus in academics, specifically economics. James DeVault is here. He is a professor of economics, one of the leaders of this team of students entering them in this national competition. And Coach DeVault, this isn't the first time that Lafayette has been entered in this prestigious Fed Challenge.
Yes, we've participated in the Fed Challenge for the last 6 or 7 years. We actually made it to the national competition a couple years ago, but this year we took it all the way. So
fantastic. Tell us a little bit about what qualifications these students have, because they have to do quite well in certain classes in order to qualify for this competition.
The students are nominated. They have to be nominated by the faculty. They have to have completed certain coursework, generally intermediate macroeconomics course. But then we have another higher level course that we like them to take first. So, but they're basically handpicked, and we need the best because we're going up against the best. So.
Tell me a little bit about the qualities of the two gentlemen to my right who we'll be talking to in a moment.
They're both outstanding students, very good speakers. Teevrat's actually on the forensics team, which is very helpful because it's not just about what you say, it's about how you say it. So,
And as far as the competition goes, Dr. DeVault, it goes through 3 levels of competition, all within about a month's time. You guys did some traveling and trying to keep up with coursework during that time has got to be a challenge for these students, I would think.
Yeah, it's difficult. We went to Baltimore for the first level of the competition. Having won that, we then proceeded to go to Richmond, which we had to do an overnight stay on. And then the last level was in Washington, which was great. It's really neat. So,
the actual competition, it entails 2 parts, from my understanding, a presentation, and then you get grilled from some people who are pretty high up in the Federal Reserve.
Yeah, the first part is about 20 minutes, and the students make a presentation on monetary policy. And then they have a Q&A session afterwards for about 15 minutes. And they get some pretty tough questions. The people are, especially at the national level, they were difficult questions. And they did it amazingly well. It was an outstanding performance.
No doubt about it. And we're going to talk to the students here. One of the highlights was being presented with the national championship from Ben Bernanke himself. And I know that kind of put a smile on these guys' faces. Let's talk to Teevrat Garg, class of 2010, and Dan Stefan, also going to be graduating this spring. Fellas, tell us about what your experience was, especially in the national competition.
It was definitely a fantastic experience at the national competition. We got to go against some of the best teams in the country. It was Harvard and Northwestern and Rutgers, Newark, and there were definitely some very good competition. Also, we got picked to go first in the day, so we got to see the other teams, and it was definitely interesting. There's definitely a lot of quality brought on board, and I think that. But ultimately, I think we were very well prepared. We had excellent coaching from both of our faculty members, and we pulled it off at the end, so that was great.
Well done. Dan, if I can ask you maybe a little bit of the specifics as far as what this Lafayette team saw with Fed policy and what should happen, and maybe predict the future a little bit with monetary policy, interest rates, and everything around it.
Sure. Well, I guess with the team we had a few different dynamics. So I took the Ben Bernanke position, so kind of the moderate position, and then we had more of an inflation hawk and more of a dove to be more concerned with inflation, unemployment, things like that. So I guess one of the things that we tried to do is convey all the different positions. So in the end, we followed the line of the Fed, so I guess we were successful with that.
Teevrat, what was the Q&A like? I imagine it can get pretty intense. I understand at the national level that some of these Fed people were pretty high up the food chain.
Yeah, that's definitely true. And one of the things of answering these questions is that you just have to be exactly answering the question, because it's not that the answer was that the people who are asking the question know the answer. It's like they actually some of them have actually created the answer. So you really have to know your stuff really well. And I think that ultimately, if you can present your policy well and defend it, I think the judges recognize that, and I think that we did that the most effectively at the end of the day. So it's kind of what paid off.
Teevrat, I give you some credit for coming back this year. You get credit the first year that you're a part of this team. You came back a second year and wound up taking home a national championship, so congratulations for that. And let me ask Dan, too, your future plans now that you're right around the corner from graduating.
Sure. This past summer I worked at Bloomberg Financial in Skillman, New Jersey, so I accepted a full-time offer there, so I'll be there next year. So I'm really excited to be working with them.
Well done. And Teevrat, I understand that you have grad school on your mind.
Yeah, I'm applying to graduate school. I want to go for a PhD in economics, so hopefully that works well, and probably do some good research, and that should be exciting in the next couple of years.
Excellent. That's Dan Stefan. This is Teevrat Garg, and I want to also thank Professor DeVault for joining us here at halftime, talking a little Fed monetary policy. These are the national champions, and we also want to mention that there are some others as well. Chenkong Bao, Dylan McNamara, Alex Petrulius, Nicholas Stacy, and the two gentlemen to my right. So congratulations.
So if I could add Julie Smith.
Oh, absolutely. Professor Julie Smith, the second advisor to this national championship team. Nice job, guys. Let's bring it back to Gary and John.
Rock, paper, scissors. Rock, paper,
scissors.
John and I are trying to decide who will become our financial advisor when we come back. Stay with us. Rock, paper, scissors, rock.